Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Philakone and thank you very much for joining me today. For those that are new to my channel, welcome, and I really appreciate you taking your time out of your day to come join me and take a look at my content. So the goal of my content is to provide you with the best technical analysis combined with day trading and also giving you tips to ensure that it's going to add to your skill sets in the future. And hopefully with watching me enough, you're going to pick up a few things that's going to eventually make you become profitable. So I do a combination of technical analysis and day trading on this channel, and I try to give you the best tips from my personal experience of having 8 years in the market. And for those that have been following me for a long time already, you guys know what's up. And for those that are new, welcome. Make sure you're hitting that like button, the subscribe, and the notification button to make sure you're getting the latest content every single time that I post it. So just to recap how my month has been going so far, it has not been the best month at all. Last month was phenomenal. Last month, I ended up taking in a gigantic profit on Bitcoin. I was up about $77,000 by the end of the month. It was a very volatile month because of that semi-bull run that we had. And then this month kind of fell down, kind of slowed down a little bit, and I'm not trading nearly as much. And I do admit I'm taking on a little bit more risk. So I'm not having the best month compared to the last month, and I'm aware of that, but I'm still having fun. I'm still profitable. For example, for my Bitcoin trading alone, I'm up over $56,000 in the past 30 days of just trading Bitcoin here. Pretty happy with that. And last month I withdrew a lot of my profits already. So I'm only holding anywhere between $94,000 to $120,000 on my account at all times. And my P&L, I'm very transparent about it. This month alone here on Binance, I'm up a total profit of $22,700, but I lost $7,300, which makes me a net profit of $15,300. And some days here, they're not exactly accurate, my winning percentage, because, well, some days I'm not even trading and I'm still down, right? Like, for example, this day here, I'm down $9. This day here, I'm down 3 cents. This day, I'm down $3. So they don't really add up when it says my win rate's 62.5%. It's usually anywhere between 75 to 80%. But overall, I'm still pretty happy with that. This averages about a $1,000 profit a day. I mean, I used to be an engineer back in my past, and there's no way that I would be able to average this kind of income. An average type of income for myself for day trading in a fairly slow market would be anywhere between $30,000 to $60,000 a month. If there's a lot of coins that have been rallying and it's a much more above than average month, I'll average somewhere between 50 to 75. But in a bull market, for example, in 2017, 2021, I'll make anywhere between $200,000 to $400,000 a month. And I do that very consistently because of the strategies that I've built for myself. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, you better check out my ultimate bull market strategy guide. And right now I'm having a flash sale. If you take a look in the description, there's actually 2 coupons available for you to get it 50% off for the lifetime Discord membership with my group and also the ultimate bull market strategy guide. Normally it's $1,749, but right now it's 50% off at $875, and there's only 2 coupons available. So if you actually see this video and you want to be a part of my Discord group and you want to trade with me and learn the exact strategies that I'll be using in the next bull market that's going to come in 2024, 2025, learn everything that I know about this next upcoming market and how I'm going to trade it. Make sure you guys are picking it up right away. So I'm having a fairly decent month, but of course it can always be better. And right now, it's extremely important to stay patient and wait for this bull market to come. So I'm going to talk about some of the things that we learned in 2017 and in 2021. And I'm going to talk about the importance of the Bitcoin halving as well and what we could possibly expect in the next Bitcoin bull market run. Now, my goal is $100,000. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to reach these numbers. I'm so confident that we're going to reach $100,000 in 2024, 2025. I'm going to talk about some of the things that we've learned in the past before and how it's going to impact the price in the upcoming future. And I also believe that one day Bitcoin in 10, 15 years, it could actually reach $1 million as well for one single Bitcoin. So if you're in the Bitcoin space right now, you should be extremely proud of yourself for being in this space, even if there's a lot of naysayers, even if there's a lot of negative people that are saying, why are you in crypto? It's such a volatile and speculative market. Well, I can tell you one thing for sure is that I used to be a mechanical engineer, and the kind of profits that I make now, I would never be able to make this kind of money in any other job that I have in my life ever again, because the profits are so lucrative that it's going to keep me in here forever. Not only that, I believe in the fundamentals of crypto long term. I believe that it's going to change the world. It's going to be fundamentally adopted and adapted and integrated into every fabric of our society. And I just can't wait to see how it's going to unfold in the next few years to come. But of course, with the profits that comes with day trading, there's also a lot of risk as well. So make sure you're entirely aware that it's a very speculative market. Day trading, sure, you can see professionals out there make a gigantic amount of profit, but remember how much time they actually put into the market to learn, to diversify their set of skills that they have now. Day trading skills, it doesn't come overnight. You can't just put money into the market and expect for yourself to learn and just be profitable in 6 months or a year. It doesn't work like that. It takes years of practice, years of optimizing, fine-tuning, making mistakes especially. That's the most critical part of day trading. Make those mistakes so you can take them all back in and you can analyze them and you can see what went wrong, that you can optimize it, fine-tune it, you can change things, you can adapt, and this way it's going to prevent you from losing more. So as you keep making these same mistakes over and over again, when you try to prevent them and you have a fine plan that's going to tell you, hey, I'm making these mistakes, maybe I shouldn't be making them again, that's where you're really going to start to grow as a professional trader. There's a lot of people that just trade, they make a mistake, they try to review that trade right then and there, and then they say to themselves, okay, I remember it, I'm never going to do it again. But you know what happens? They end up making the same mistakes over and over again. It's all about documenting. It's all about reviewing it. It's all about learning from a professional that has the experience. So once again, if you're interested in the ultimate bull market strategy guide with my lifetime Discord membership, I've opened up 2 slots, 2 coupons for the first 2 people to get a 50% off sale from $17.49 all the way down to $8.75. So I look forward to having a lot of you as my students. So first thing that I'm going to talk about is things that we've learned in the 2017 and also the 2021 bull market. So in the 2017 bull market, what we've learned is that crypto, it can have some tremendous growth and also sudden and sharp price declines at the same time. So during the 2017 market, we saw prices go up from $1,000 all the way up to $20,000 from the beginning of the year till December 17th, where it reached its peak. And other cryptos saw a significant price increase as well during this period. But however, after this massive rally, one thing that we've learned is that there's always a sharp correction, which ended up happening near the end of 2017 and especially during the entire 2018 bull market. So that's one thing that we've learned. Another thing that we've learned, number 2, is that there were a lot of initial coin offerings, and it was a really popular way to raise funds in the crypto space, but many turned out to be scams and failed to deliver on their promises. ICOs were a really popular way for startups to get all this money and to raise funds for their special little project, but most of these ended up being scams and the creators ended up disappearing with the investors' funds, or the project, it failed to completely deliver on their promise. And this showed that investors needs to be very cautious and they need to do diligence before investing in any type of ICO. And this is why I don't invest this way ever. I don't bother doing the research on the white paper and looking at what's hot and then investing in these coins that I think could do 10,000 or 20,000x. That's fine. If you personally like to do that, no problem. If that's how you want to diversify your portfolio, but it's not something that I like doing. I personally like to focus on the top 50 coins or at least the top 100 coins that are fairly established, that have a very solid team, that have been around for a long time, that have a good reputation as well. And then the third thing that we've noticed is that regulators began to pay a lot more attention to crypto. And they started to issue guidelines and regulations in some jurisdictions, and it caused a lot of uncertainty and volatility in the markets. For example, Binance USA, they eventually banned the shorting altogether there. They banned it in many countries where you're not allowed to short anymore. They're about to ban it where I'm from as well, originally in Canada. So markets are definitely getting regulated, and I believe that as regulation comes into play, it's going to be really good for us long term. And as popular cryptos grew during the 2017 market, regulators around the world, they just began to pay a lot more attention to the industry. Some jurisdictions, they issued guidelines and regulations, while others, they completely banned it outright, like the Binance shorting that I'm referring to. And this led to lots of uncertainty, lots of volatility, and we've seen this year in, year out every time. And the fourth thing that we've noticed is that Bitcoin's dominance in the crypto market, it declined as new cryptos emerged and gained more popularity, leading to an increase in market diversity. So we're seeing that Bitcoin used to be the dominant factor for Bitcoin dominance, but there's so many coins that are coming into play nowadays that BTC's dominance eventually gets lower and lower. But for the bull market that's going to come, there's no doubt in my mind that Bitcoin will be a very strong contender for a high Bitcoin dominance. And this just shows that cryptocurrency, it's a lot more diverse than we believe. There's so many different sectors in crypto, and that's one of the best things about this, that it's the technology behind each specific coin, and one day these leading coins, they're going to emerge into something substantial that will be integrated into every day of our society. And the fifth thing that we've learned in 2017 is that some financial institutions, they actually began to explore cryptocurrencies as a potential option or as a new asset for their clients, which is amazing because, well, they never looked at it before. A lot of people were really doubtful before 2017. And I can only imagine that as new regulations comes into play, and for example, if stablecoins ends up getting regulated, I can only see a lot of institutions jumping into the bandwagon and billions of dollars or trillions of dollars will be poured into the market overnight. And from the 2021 bull market, we've learned so much more after 4 years from the previous bull market before. We've always known that crypto has been extremely volatile and it's always going to continue that way. So we've learned that during the COVID times, during the epidemic, the global economy, it experienced significant uncertainty and volatility. And this led some investors to turn to cryptocurrencies, which was unheard of before, as a potential safe haven asset. The result was another crypto bull market in 2021, with the price of Bitcoin rising from around $10,000 all the way to the peak near $69,000 in November of last year. And institutional adoption of cryptocurrencies increased as well, with more companies and more organizations investing and also accepting cryptocurrency as well. And then in the 2021 bull market, there was a huge increase in institutional adoption and cryptocurrencies. And this included companies like Tesla and Square investing in Bitcoin, as well as more mainstream financial institutions offering cryptocurrency investment products or services as well. And this showed that cryptocurrency was gaining even more mainstream. So when you compare it from 4 years ago, where it was not that mainstream yet, 4 years later, where another bull market was coming into play and happening right in front of our eyes, we saw the adoption rate grow in a huge and prominent way. Another thing that we've noticed in the 2021 bull market is that as the price of crypto rose, so did the demand for mining. However, mining is a resource intensive process and it requires so much energy and it can have a significant impact on the environment. And this led to increased scrutiny and the government criticized it and the industry's environmental impact. They actually ended up getting involved in this, and some investors and organizations, they were looking for more sustainable alternatives. And what we've noticed in the 2021 bull market as well was that DeFi, decentralized finance, it was growing at a rapid pace as well. And there were many new possibilities, but with even more challenges as well for the cryptocurrency industry. So decentralized finance, it refers to a financial application that's built on top of blockchain technology that operates without intermediaries or centralized authorities. So during the 2021 bull market, the DeFi sector, it experienced a huge growth. Tons of new projects and applications ended up emerging. However, the fast-paced development of DeFi also brought on new challenges, such as security vulnerabilities and regulatory uncertainty as well. And the last thing I'm going to point out, what we've noticed with 2017 and 2021, is that the crypto industry, it continues to face regulation challenges to this day. Different jurisdictions around the world have taken different approaches, and some seeking to ban or restrict cryptocurrencies, while others, they issued guidelines and some regulation. The lack of a unified global approach has led to regulatory uncertainty and challenges for businesses operating in the crypto space. What we have seen from the 14 years of Bitcoin being alive is that as the years go by, there's more and more adoption, and the whole world is noticing what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin's gaining the attention of every country, and there's nothing that's going to stop it from what I know and from what I believe. I don't think that the government could do anything about crypto. It's just too strong of a force, and it's too integrated into our everyday society already. Too many people know about it. Too many people believe it. It's too decentralized as well. And I just simply believe that we've learned so much in terms of how volatile this bull market is, how much regulation is extremely important for the growth of Bitcoin. And there's no doubt in my mind that one day we will reach $100,000 or $1 million. The only question is, are you doing something about it now? Are you dollar cost averaging? Do you have a game plan to be buying long term? I know for a fact that in the next bull market, I'm going to make well over 8 figures. And then what am I going to do with it next is the question. I'm probably going to go for the next bull market, go for something even bigger. Because to me, it's becoming more like a game now because I am obsessed with crypto. I love everything that it stands for. I love the technology. I love the cryptocurrency community. I love the people in it. I love my Discord group, my followers on Twitter. Thank you very much, by the way. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you're hitting the like button, the thumbs up, the subscribe, and the notification button. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And now another thing I want to talk about really quickly is the Bitcoin halving. The Bitcoin halving is one of the most crucial events that occurs about every 4 years, and it has a significant implication for the Bitcoin network and its users. And I'm going to talk to you about why this Bitcoin halving coming up in 2024 is going to be so significant for the next bull market that could be a catalyst for it to begin. We're going to talk about why the Bitcoin's halving is important and what it means for the future of crypto. So what is it? The Bitcoin halving, it's a pre-programmed event, and it reduces the amount of new Bitcoins issued when you're mining. So the event is designed to occur after every 210,000 blocks are mined, which takes approximately 4 years. And the purpose of the halving is to control a few things, such as the rate at which new Bitcoins are created, and ultimately it limits the supply, the total supply of Bitcoin to about 21 million coins. And this is one of the reasons why it's going to be so expensive one day. So why is it important? First of all, scarcity. One of the most significant benefits of the Bitcoin halving is that it increases the scarcity of Bitcoin. As the rate of new coins being issued is cut in half, the supply of Bitcoin will become more limited over time, which can create a sense of scarcity and drive up the price of Bitcoin. So when this Bitcoin halving occurs in 2024, you can only expect crypto in general to go up for the next bull market. Not only that, inflation control. The Bitcoin halving is a way to control the rate of inflation in the Bitcoin network by reducing the new amount of coins being issued. And the Bitcoin network, it can ensure the total supply of Bitcoin is limited and actually predictable, which can help maintain its value over time. So it's got its own built-in fighting inflation system. Not only that, mining profitability. The Bitcoin halving, it has a huge impact on mining profitability. When the number of new coins being issued is reduced, in this case half each time, the revenue that miners receive for mining each block is also reduced as well. This can make it less profitable for miners to continue mining, and it can cause some miners to actually leave the network as well, which can lead to a decrease in the overall hash rate of the network. The Bitcoin halving is also important because of network security. The Bitcoin halving has a huge impact on it. As miner profitability decreases, some miners may stop mining, and it can lead to a decrease in the overall hash rate in the network. A decrease in the hash rate can make the network more vulnerable to a 51% attack or more, where a single entity controls the majority of the network's computing power, and it can potentially manipulate transactions or disrupt the network. But we haven't really seen major cases where the hash rate is dropping that significantly. So I wouldn't really worry too much about that right now. And then the last case where it's really important is because of the market impact. The Bitcoin halving has a significant impact on the market price of Bitcoin. Historically, the price of Bitcoin has tended to go up like parabolically every time the supply of new coins and increased scarcity, it drives up the demand and the price. So every time we see this happening, the halving, the market ends up rallying in a huge way. And in the next bull market, I think that Bitcoin, it's already had a remarkable history of bull markets, right? We've all seen 2017, 2021. So what can we really expect in the next bull market to come? Well, what we do know is that with each bull market surpassing the previous one, we've seen massive price increases, and it's always surpassed the previous all-time high. So I believe that it's going to go to $100,000 one way. I mean, the most recent bull market that we saw in 2021, it reached $69,000 before getting a pullback. Actually, double topped, you can say. 64,000 and then 69,000. So what can we expect in the next bull market? Well, what I think we can expect is most likely a huge increase in adoption. As Bitcoin continues to gain even more mainstream acceptance, we can expect to see more individuals and institutions adopting crypto. And this increased adoption, it can lead to a significant increase in demand for Bitcoin and drive up the price, not just for Bitcoin, but for crypto in general. So I believe that institutions will flood in one day when there's more regulation and adoption, and we can see massive surges of hundreds of thousands of dollars per Bitcoin one day. In the 2021 bull market, we already saw a significant amount of institutions investing in Bitcoin. Companies like MicroStrategy and Tesla adding crypto to their balance sheets. And we can expect this trend to continue as well, with more institutions recognizing the value of Bitcoin as a store value and inflation against hedge. So we can also expect Bitcoin as a digital gold. Many investors see Bitcoin as a digital version of gold with similar properties such as scarcity and resistance to inflation. And concerns about inflation and currency debasement, it continues to grow. We can expect more investors to turn to Bitcoin as a hedge against these risks. We can also expect increased regulatory clarity. Regulation uncertainty, it's been a big barrier for Bitcoin adoption in the past, but we can expect to see increased clarity in regulations in the coming years. This clarity, it's going to help alleviate concerns amongst investors and encourage widespread adoption. And as soon as this regulation begins, we can expect once again major institutions to start pouring in, and I believe there's going to be trillions of dollars pouring in. Another major factor that we'll see in the next bull market is increased scalability. One of the biggest challenges that Bitcoin faces is scalability. With a limited transaction throughput and high fees during periods of high demand, however, we can expect to see continued development and innovation in the Bitcoin ecosystem to address these scalability issues, and hopefully it'll make Bitcoin more accessible and especially user-friendly as well. And we're also going to see more continued innovation. The Bitcoin ecosystem, it's constantly evolving. The whole crypto sphere is, and with new technologies and use cases emerging on a regular basis, we can expect to see continuous innovation in the crypto and the Bitcoin ecosystem. It's always going to constantly evolve with new technologies and use cases emerging on a regular basis. We're also going to see tons of increased mining competition, and the mining landscape, it's becoming increasingly competitive with more miners entering the crypto space and more mining technologies being developed as well. And with this increased competition, it's going to help increase the security of the Bitcoin network and just make it more resilient as well. We're also going to see a lot of new emerging markets as well. Bitcoin has the potential to be a very powerful tool for financial institutions, particularly in emerging markets where access to traditional banking services is limited. We can expect to see increased adoption in Bitcoin in these markets specifically, which can help us drive up the price and demand for crypto in general. And we're also going to see massive volatility. You can expect that 100%. So while Bitcoin, it's experienced significant growth in the past before, it also has been known for its volatility, of course. With significant price swings going both up and down, we can expect the same volatility to continue, and we can also expect massive sharp price movements to the downside after these cryptos reach and surge for an all-time high. And potentially what we can expect in this next bull market, which everybody's probably hoping for, is a potential for a new all-time high. While there are no guarantees that it's going to make one, we can only cross our fingers and hope that with regulation and adoption and with great market sentiment, we can achieve a new all-time high. So we would like it to surpass the previous high of over $69,000. But of course, this depends on so many factors, but you've got to ask yourself, like, how bullish are you on Bitcoin? You can hear it in my voice every time I talk about crypto. Anybody that's been following me for a long period of time now, you've seen how I've grown as a person. I used to be this very immature kid on YouTube, making dumb jokes, getting mad at the world, getting mad at myself, to somebody who's much more of a professional, a little bit more stable, maybe more enjoyable to watch as well now. So I really do appreciate all of my longtime followers that have been here for a long time with me to see my growth. And I think that my growth, it has a lot to do with cryptocurrency. And I really am thankful for being in this crypto space. It's provided me with so many opportunities, such as to retire my parents, to help them out in the best way that I can financially, to go on really nice vacations with my friends and with my wife, and just to have a lot of things that I didn't have before. And most importantly, it allowed me to grow as a person and to have a hobby that I am truly passionate about. And I hope to share this passion with you for the next few years as well. So I just wanted to share with you some of the things that I believe in, some of the things that I've learned about the next bull market and from the previous bull markets, and what I expect. I expect some big things to happen. I expect you to get very serious about Bitcoin, because I know for a fact it has the potential to change your life. So you have to buckle down, start doing lots of research, be interested in crypto, because what I know is there's going to be two types of people. People like you and I, the people that are going to study, put in the time, get involved in crypto, dollar cost average, so we can actually make something for ourselves in the future, turn something small into something big. We're all going to dream for that. And then there's the other people that were around in 2017 and in 2021's bull market. They all watched it go up on the news, but they did nothing about it at all, except for watch it pass by them. And they're going to do that again. And they're just going to wish in a few years from now that they were people like you and I that actually caught this next bull market that's about to come. But don't be one of those people that just will wish you got into it, because now's your chance to get involved in crypto. Now's your chance to learn about it. Now's your chance to start dollar cost averaging. And trust me, in a few years from now, you're really going to thank me if these words actually hit home to you now. So I just wanted to thank you once again for watching my content. I really appreciate it. And don't forget, there's only 2 slots available for the 50% off. It's normally $17.49. It's on sale right now to $8.75, 50% off for my lifetime Discord membership, and also my ultimate bull market strategy guide. So have yourself a great day, and thank you for watching. Bye now.